Alexandria, the Christian delegations marveled at the rich antiquities and historic relics. They visited the Greco-Roman Museum, admiring the works on display. They were particularly impressed by Pompey's Pillar, an Alexandria landmark. Nor did the delegations omit to visit the Roman amphitheater, which is now being arranged so that Greek and Roman plays can be performed there. The delegations returned after having taken part in the ceremonies marking the anniversary of St. Mark's martyrdom and the transfer of his remains from St. Mark's Church in Venice to the great cathedral in Cairo. Here, Christians celebrate the anniversary of Jesus Christ's victorious entry into Jerusalem. They wave plated palm leaves woven into a cross and flock to the churches to attend the Mass and the religious ceremonies organized on the occasion. Takes place in the church while the faithful intone the hymn of the palms. Or officiating priest chooses flawless bread and wine for the Holy Communion. He celebrates Mass and blesses the other loaves of sacred bread. The bishop performs thanksgiving prayers which initiate all Masses and church ceremonies. Following prayers, the officiating priest, aided by the deacon, recovers the holy bread and chalice with a big fold of sacred linen. This covering symbolizes the stone that was placed at the entrance to Christ's tomb. The bishop stands before the sacred altar and blesses the congregation. Specific extracts from the New Testament compatible with the occasion are recited.
Oh
course of the reading, censers are swung round the altar and beyond among the faithful. The officiating priest reads the daily sermon in the Coptic tongue. An Arabic interpretation follows. Before beginning prayers for Mass, the bishop and officiating priests publicly rinse their hands to remind the faithful that they are in no way responsible for those of the unworthy who may appear before the communion table. A common prayer for the dead is recited for fear one of the faithful may die during the Holy Week, for it is forbidden to recite prayers for the dead during this week devoted to Christ's sufferings. Of the Mass celebrating Palm Sunday, the doors of the sanctuary are closed and draped with black curtains to symbolize the mourning of the church. Prayers are chanted beyond the sanctuary as a reminder that Christ suffered outside Jerusalem. Following this, the prophecies concerning those days are read out. The officiating priest ends with a sermon and intercessions. Christians celebrate Holy Thursday, anniversary of the institution of the sacrament of the Eucharist. officiating priest on this occasion celebrates a special mass to bless the water to be used in the ceremony of washing the feet, which serves to remind the faithful that Jesus Christ on this day washed the feet of the apostles. With profound humility, he washes the feet of all the faithful, inspired by Jesus' gesture. He swings the censer with its burning incense, gives the benediction, and then reads the sermon in the Coptic and Arabic languages. Next, he delivers a sermon on the deep and holy significance of this day. The Mass for Holy Thursday begins. It conveys the spirit of holiness inherent in the occasion. During the Mass, the people receive blessings that grant inner peace. Special prayers are said this day, in the course of which we hear the tale of Isaac, nearly sacrificed by his father. The Mass ends with the confession of the Orthodox faith, while the people bow in spiritual humility, awe, and adoration.
الذي بابنك الوحيد ربنا وإلهنا ومخلصنا يسوع المسيح أخذه من سيداتنا ولكتنا كلنا وآيات الإله القديس الطاهر مريم وجعله واحدا على موته بغير اختلاط ولا امتزاج ولا تغيير واعترف الاعتراف الحسن أمام بيلاطس القدسي وأسلمه عنا على خشبة الصليب المقدسة بإرادة وحده عنا كلنا.
Is placed on high amidst flowers and tapers at 6 in the morning when the first prayers are recited. The officiating priest swings the censer when the noon prayers are due. It is at this moment that the prophecies of the Old Testament are read. All the scenes of the crucifixion are reconstituted according to the 4 Gospels. Specific parts of the Psalms are sadly chanted. Part of the Gospel is read in the Coptic tongue in the same sad way. To symbolize the darkness which fell at this same hour on the day Christ was crucified. Next, hymns are sung to exalt the good thief's faith in Jesus Christ. The officiating priest swings the censer over the heads of the faithful when the 9th hour prayers are due. The prophecies of the Old Testament and the events recorded in the New Testament concerning this hour are read. Meditations on the events of the 9th hour are recited.
Voice القديسين منهم عنا بالصلاح في كل حين ويغفر لنا خطايانا.
The officiating priest says the prayers for the church, the faithful, the heads and servants of the church, and others. The faithful repeat with the officiating priest, "My God, have mercy on us." Those present make 100 genuflections in the direction of the 4 points of the compass, repeating each time, "My God, have mercy on us." This symbolizes that Christ has come to earth for the salvation of all. Deacons organize a procession within and outside the sanctuary, carrying the burial icon and the incense. A deacon marches ahead of the group carrying a cross, symbol of salvation. The priest wraps the crucifix up and buries it among the flowers to symbolize Christ's burial. Bishops and deacons enter the church. His Holiness chooses the sacred bread with which he will celebrate the Easter Mass. He respectfully touches the floor with his forehead, then walks round the altar, reciting hymns. He swings the censer over the altar and the faithful, blessing them. are put out. A dialogue between the Pope and the Archdeacon follows. Then the lights go up to symbolize the resurrection. The Easter Mass is then celebrated joyfully. Deacons and faithful receive the Holy Communion. Pope blesses the faithful with holy water. The authorities then withdraw after having joyfully celebrated Christ's resurrection.
الليل وفرح يا كنيستنا براعيك رئيس كانت هللي وفرح يا كنيستنا براي سكانتنا لما اختار